Hey guys, good morning. So I am early for work, and what do I do when I'm early for work? I stop and talk to my camera. So anyway, there's a couple of things I want to talk about this morning, and it's drizzling, so I didn't want to, drive and vlog because I don't vlog when it's raining like this. So either way, I think I did one time, and that was not something I wanted to do on a normal basis. First thing I want to talk about, excuse my mic for looking so stupid. I need to get a wireless, Bluetooth mic. So first thing I want to talk about is Piper Rockelle. Now, there was going to be a video that I reacted to her video, but I wanted to talk about this whole pregnancy thing. Her mother is pregnant, and that to me is not as much of a discussion point as the fact that she let her daughter, Piper, use a positive pregnancy test as clickbait for her channel. Now, we all know that Piper's channel has been demonetized. That happened a while ago. I did a video when it actually happened. So she didn't make money on the video, but it's just the fact that you guys know I try to not mom shame and, dad shame, parent shame as often as possible. There are a few things that are obviously worth giving an opinion on, but with her letting her daughter use this positive pregnancy test, I'll put the thumbnail right here so you guys kind of have a picture of, the idea of the video. But the entire thing was clickbait in order to get views, but you're not making money on the video, so why does it even matter? The Piper Rockelle business as a whole is crumbling. I don't want to wish ill will on anyone. I am interested to see kind of how everything unfolds when it comes to this. I think as far as people being humbled, I think that her mother is going to have she's going to have a dose of reality when it comes to the things that she did, which I'm really happy about. So that's the thing with Piper Rockelle. I don't know what is going to happen going forward with the lawsuit and the claims against her mother. But I just hope that Piper is okay with all of this, because as I usually try to do, I put myself in the shoes of when I was, freshly into my teen years. And I couldn't imagine being exposed to everything that she's been exposed to. The lifestyle, the topics, the vocabulary. And I get it. I was sheltered, and not every kid is going to be sheltered like that. And I wasn't extremely sheltered, but I can tell you that when I was 14, I didn't have boyfriends and skimpy wardrobe and the stuff that Piper has. And I think that most parents do that just to protect their child and to show them what being a good role model is. And I don't think that giving your daughter a positive pregnancy test that you took and allowing her to use it for clickbait is necessarily being a good role model. Next thing I want to talk about is Foodie Beauty is ban evading right now. Her channel is back. It's been back for a little while. This didn't just happen today or yesterday. And I was going to make an isolated video on it, but it's really not worth a video of its own. If you guys want to see reactions and stuff, go check out Kaya Simon. She does reactions all the time. And her videos are a little long, but if it's something that interests you, then obviously a long video is no big deal. But I cannot stand when YouTubers do this. If you are banned for breaking terms of service and you come back and you get away with it, That shit pisses me off, because if your account was terminated for actually breaking terms of service, and everybody knows what unfolded, everyone knows the deal, when you come back, that's telling people that you don't give two shits. You don't care. And I think a lot of times in life, it can be really freeing to not care about some stuff. But when you don't care about being terminated because you were a menace on this platform, that's completely different than maybe not caring about someone else's silly opinion or whatever, you know. So Foodie Beauty is back. Granted, I don't know how long her return will last. I have no idea if it's gonna, is her channel gonna go down again? Is it going to, you know, immediately after her Foodie Beauty channel got taken down, she came back under like the Beezer Show or something like that. And that's what I said she was going to do. You rebrand and you become an employee of that LLC. And that's how you can come back to YouTube if your original channel or persona was banned. So she did that initially, and then Foodie Beauty came back. So she's back. I can't watch her videos very much, even if it's commentary about her. She just makes me feel so anxious and so, I don't know, she doesn't make me upset, but she just makes me feel very anxious and annoyed, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on with her. Brianna K went on a husbands suck Instagram rant. She put up a video about how moms need to not do anything right after they have a baby because of their wounds and because of, you know, they just don't need to be doing laundry. They don't need to be essentially lifting a finger after they have a child. And while in a perfect world, that would be awesome because, you know, your husband's at home and you have money to hire help, or you have a lot of friends and family that are available during the day to come help you. In a picture perfect world, sure. In an influencer world, sure. But what she misses, and what a lot of influencers miss, when it comes to putting messages like this out to their followers, what she had in her mind was, oh, you deserve the best, you deserve picture perfect world. But the way that it comes across to a lot of people that aren't in her position is that she's out of touch with reality, she's entitled, and she hates men. So a lot of the people in the comments were saying, okay, yeah, that would be nice, but what if the father isn't in the picture? First of all, because that is a very normal set of circumstances. Sadly, a lot of times dad isn't around. Maybe you don't know the father. Look at Maya Knight. Maya Knight has to do it all by herself. Luckily, she has family, but their father isn't even around. Once people started to call her out and say, well, you know, what if the dad's not in the picture? What if this? What if that? Kind of like opening up her viewpoint and her vantage point to what a lot of new moms go through. Then she said, oh, well, your friends and family should help. They should be hiring help for you so that you don't have to worry about taking care of the house and taking care of a new baby. And you can also have time to rest without baby. A lot of you guys probably know this, but I come from a really small family. So for me, I understand the side of not having, you know, two parents, aunts and uncles, cousins, you know, 50 friends that I went to college with that can help me out because I just had a child. I understand that viewpoint of what a lot of new moms go through. And if you combine both of these sets of circumstances, which are completely normal, there's nothing abnormal about this, there's nothing to be shamed about, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, but a lot of women have kids and the child's father is not in the picture, or he's only half in the picture and he's not, there to help or whatever. Maybe y'all aren't even living together. Maybe things are on the rocks. And combine that with not having a big family. So when you combine both of those sets of circumstances, you have someone who's on the complete opposite spectrum than Brianna. So you present a picture perfect what, life right after having a child should be, but that is not the norm to a large percent of the population. So while on one side I understand that she wanted it to be like a, hey, you're not alone, you should have support, but with a lot of these very normal circumstances, having support is easier said than done. You should be hiring help, like she responded to a comment or something. You realize that hiring out help, even if it's someone to clean the house and handle laundry once a week, that's money that a lot of people don't have, especially with a new child in the home. And then we're not even talking about the trust factor, making sure that they're not a bad person, making sure that you get along with the person. I'll tell you guys a story. When my grandmother had cancer, things at her home, I was handling a lot of it to the best of my ability. Early on in her diagnosis, I was working part-time. I ended up quitting that job because one day at lunch, I told them, I said, I need the afternoon off to go help my grandmother. I told my boss, I said, I need to go to the grocery store for her. And we also have a doctor's appointment. So I need this, afternoon off. I gave them a few days notice. I was working part-time too. And they gave me an earful. I was 18 years old. I walked out of the job. What ended up happening though was until I was able to be with her full-time, I decided that we could hire someone to help clean her house, and just not very often. She would come every other week and I would kind of pick up the in between because her house was small. It wasn't a whole lot, but I could use the help because I was working part-time and I was still trying to make sure she was getting to her doctor's appointments, going grocery shopping, helping with other errands, going to the bank, going to her P.O. box. It was a lot. So we ended up having someone come in, and the woman that we hired, she was being paid, everything was on the up and up. I thought that she was ready to help and was a good person, whatever. This woman ended up doing things that were half-assed, even though we were paying her really well. She was not friendly at all. And I'm not saying that you have to strike up a conversation, but you're in the home of a cancer patient. Bare minimum, be approachable. Is that too much to ask? So either way, that didn't last very long. But my point is that even if you have the finances to hire someone, that's not a guarantee that they're going to actually end up helping and taking some of the burden off of your back. I also think, now, you guys might disagree with me on this, and that's okay. We all know that we can disagree once in a while, and it's all good. I feel like Brianna putting out this message to connect with other moms and make other moms feel appreciated, if that, that was her intent early on. I think that she's putting some of this out in order to market herself for this trip to Greece. Again, that might be an unpopular opinion. But I'm seeing this other side of Brie where she's really trying to connect with a larger audience and be more of a humanitarian, more of a support for other, people that might feel a little unappreciated. I don't know for sure that that's her gig, but I find the timing very interesting, and her trying to raise her voice to this level of, I hear you, I'm with you. But then when you take a step back and look, the message doesn't always come through the way that I think she wants it to, as a lot of her commenters were echoing on Instagram. So the last thing that I'll talk to you guys about, just for entertainment purposes, the Colleen Ballinger stans. You guys, this is a breed that I've not met before. I've discussed so many family vloggers, so many influencers, so many scams, MLM stuff. I've never been met with the amount of vile, just pure distaste as I have with the Colleen Ballinger stans. Ballinger family, but for sure Colleen. And it's very interesting to me how these people interact with opposing opinions of Colleen online. It makes them so angry to hear an opinion that is not praising her and agreeing with everything that she says and does. And if I'm not here to give her a Mother of the Year award, then I should be canceled. And I'm really good at, ignoring the noise. But I think when the noise is in such a large quantity, I pay a little bit more attention to it, because it's not just 2 or 3 comments. It's like 15 or 20 or 20 or 30. And it's in this larger quantity. So as a human being, I'm apt to pay more attention to that than just 2 or 3 comments that think opinions can't be shared. But I want to know from you guys, what makes her stans excuse her behavior when she's doing the same shit that other family vloggers do? I just want to know your all's opinions on that, because it's interesting to me. And I've seen this over the course of the last couple of months, especially since I've been focusing on her more. Now, granted, I talked about her almost 2 years ago, but since I focused on her a little bit more, obviously the algorithm is putting my video in her subscribers' feed, which I love. That tells me that the algorithm is working in my favor. But some of their comments are just so unhinged and derailed. I've chosen to not respond to a lot of them. The part that's really interesting to me is just that Colleen is doing the same thing that other family vloggers are doing. Literally the same thing. It's no different. It's no better. And on top of it, she has this stupid Miranda character that she puts offensive bullshit behind the curtain of, oh, Miranda's just a character, it's just comedy, it's just for jokes and laughs. And I don't think that that's really an excuse to be a vile piece of shit. And I know some of y'all have seen the comments from her stans, and a lot of them are just funny, but I have noticed them. So either way, I'm going to get over to work. And as a little announcement, I usually keep personal stuff off of my YouTube channel, but I'm so happy right now because my work from home got approved. So I will be working a 4-day work week, and I will get to work at home once a week to start out with, and then down the road we can reevaluate and it might go to 2 days a week. But for now, I am beyond thrilled with 1 day a week. because it means that I'm only working 28 hours a week from the office, and I just feel so grateful, you know, considering kind of like where I was versus where I am. I'm beyond grateful, and I could not be happier. So wanted to share that with you guys. So either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.